It is like, I mean, I've had 3 children. That's crazy.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on, everybody? For First We Feast, I'm Sean Evans, and you're watching Hot Ones. It's the show with hot questions and even hotter wings. And today we're joined by Kate Hudson. She's an Academy Award-nominated actress and entrepreneur with a portfolio that includes everything from King Street Vodka to her beauty and wellness products with INBLOOM. You can also catch her in the long-awaited follow-up film Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery, which will be available globally on Netflix December 23rd. Kate Hudson, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm excited. Scared.
You're a little scared.
Nervous. Lots of anxiety.
How are you around spicy food before we get started?
Terrible. I'm probably gonna be one of your worst spice peeps. I don't recognize any of these, and that's because I don't even have them in my house.
Well, it's time to explore the world, you know?
I'm going to explore this, and I hope I can get through it. I'm gonna try my best. My kids will be proud of me.
Of course, that's all we can ask. Are you ready to get started?
Sure. Oh, God. This is going to be the real test of my abilities. Beautiful. That feels pretty good.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So I want to start by complimenting the film. I actually love the Knives Out movies, Glass Onion in particular, as I think they scratch an itch that has otherwise been kind of neglected by Hollywood.
Yeah.
What did you mean when you said, we need more movies like this? And I'm just so grateful I get to be in this one.
Well, I think that the theater-going movie is new. This new theater-going experience is dying. You know, I mean, our industry is hurting there. And it's movies like Glass Onion that bring me hope that maybe we can reinvigorate not only the theater-going experience, but people taking chances on what is a crowd-pleasing film. Because it's one thing if it's Marvel, you know you're going to get that event movie. But to go in and have a completely different movie experience, something that isn't in that world, is so important to our industry. That's hitting a little harder. This is lippy.
Yeah, this is a lippy.
Yeah, it definitely feels like, you know, I'm like those plump lip glosses that all us girls love.
Yeah, free treatment right
That's
here.
right.
Right here on the Hot One set.
Did you see my lips after the Hot One?
How, if at all, did working an apprenticeship at the Williamstown Theater Festival in Massachusetts, how did that shape your appreciation for acting?
Oh, I love that question. You know, when I was still in high school and my mom was like, "You're too boy crazy. I'm shipping you off to Williamstown Theater Festival." And I was like, "What? No." You know, it's like that age where all you want to do is be with your friends. And I loved working on my craft, but like that was dedicated for the school year. Like, this is my summer, you know?
Right.
I had no idea what it was. I didn't know what she had signed me up for. My mom had actually given me my independence as a young artist and discovering what that is. And that, I mean, it was just the greatest experience of my teenage
Your
life.
mom was right.
She was so right.
Do you remember your literal, like, first ever production? Like, what was on the marquee outside the Santa Monica Playhouse in the early 90s?
The first time I was ever on stage, I was a little girl. I played Little Alice in Alice in Wonderland. And I do remember my mom saying she's never seen anything bigger in her life than that Little Alice. I led with my chest. She was like, it was like all chest, you know? What if I'm great at this? What if I'm like the best person you've ever had on this?
I think that's where this is going.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so.
I think so. I can see it. I can see it already.
This is interesting. That's, I mean, I think that, you know, I think that, 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 Maybe my kids have prepared me for this a little bit because they do make me try things.
Yeah.
Like really aggressive spice.
I was talking to Bing before this started. And,
Yeah.
You know, he's young, but it seems like he's started.
Oh no,
young. He's
Bing
into
is
it.
one of those.
Yeah.
I have to be like, okay, no, this can't be good for your stomach lining. We're still developing, Bingo.
Is it true that during production for 9, Daniel Day-Lewis would send you notes on custom stationery from the
Yes!
perspective of his character, Guido?
Yes, from Guido. It was the best. And I remember, I had the best of Daniel. I remember Leonardo DiCaprio saying to me, not to drop any names.
Drop that.
But Leo said to me once, like, how was Daniel, And I was like, oh, the best. He's like, really? And I was like, oh, yeah, you had him on Gangs of New York. I was like, you got that, Daniel. I got Guido, I mean, it was like the juxtaposition of like, your arch nemesis who's trying to kill you versus the man who's trying to sleep with you are two very different Daniel method actors. And yeah, I would show up to my dressing room and have notes from Guido.
Amazing.
Stephanie, you were wonderful yesterday. And I was like, this is like when I die, my children are gonna this is my grandchildren. This might live on.
We'll live on. We'll live on.
If I can find them. Los Calientes. I like this one. I actually really like this one.
Wow.
Is that weird?
No, we actually make it, so I love that. I
Oh,
love hearing
really?
that.
Is this yours?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it is Hot Ones.
So that's why I was just soaking it in.
Because it's got
I
a
was just
little
soaking
sweet
it
in
all-
there.
Yeah, a little sweet heat.
But
yep.
it's like, this is. I
Look how good you're doing.
I'm
Look
gonna
how good
sell
you're
your
doing.
product right now.
There we go.
It does have the perfect spice. Yeah. And it's a little sweet and it's good. This is good.
So when you launched your craft vodka line, King Street Vodka, you called it the most on-brand business you've ever done. Do you have a signature cocktail for the holidays? And if so, can you talk us through how to make it?
I made just recently what I'm calling a Goldie's Mad Dash.
Oh, this sounds good.
I made a lychee martini and I did 2 ounces vodka, 2 ounces lychee, an ounce of the cranberry, and then I did a dash of orange bitters.
That sounds nice.
And it's so good and something my mom loves. So I called it Goldie's Mad Dash, which also is her personality. I just love a good drink. And in the winter, I love my bourbons and I'll have a whiskey.
Yeah. Me too.
The
Me
fire,
too.
the cozy by the fire drink. This one looks ominous. I think the texture is not my favorite.
Yeah.
It's just a little too oily.
Mm-hmm.
But if I was eating pizza,
Oh.
I might like that. What is going on? I'm 5 in.
And it's like, yeah.
I haven't even touched my milkshake.
Yeah, I know. I've noticed you haven't touched the milkshake.
Am I pregnant? Hold on a second. Does anyone have my flow calendar? Because this is weirding me out.
No, I think, you just set the bar too low.
Okay.
You just set the
is that
bar
what I
too.
did?
You undersold.
It's gonna
you
get
undersold.
fucking crazy in a second, is what you're saying.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Kate.
It's gonna get fucking crazy. Got it. Okay.
But in the meantime, we have a recurring segment on our show called Explain That Gram, where we do a deep dive on our guest's Instagram, pull interesting pictures that need more context. So we'll pull the picture up over here on the monitor.
Okay.
And you just tell us the bigger story.
Okay.
How big a thrill was it for you to share a mic live and in concert with Bruce Springsteen?
The biggest thrill of my life. That was the best moment ever. You know what? Sometimes when I'm feeling low, I Google that picture.
Yeah.
I'm like, Kate Hudson, Bruce Springsteen. Just the fact that I can Google those two names together and that comes up is like, it's like I could, it's like, that's it. I've died and gone to heaven. I did a show where I presented, it was a charity function. And at the end, everybody was supposed to go out on the stage and sing Don't Stop Believing, I'm kind of singing to myself. And Bruce, I see him. It was like out of the Courtney Cox
It was like
video.
out of the music video?
Yeah. He was like, and I kind of like, me? I was like, is he pointing at me? And he goes, come sing. And I was just like, I am not gonna shy. If Bruce asks, I shall arrive. Yes, and he just brought me on the mic and we started singing together. And I was like, I literally got in the car and I like welled up, like, because it was just amazing. That was just the best. I'm such a huge, huge fan of his. So that was pretty awesome. Love turmeric.
You like it?
Anti-inflammatory.
We'll see if you still like it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
New level.
Mm-hmm.
Has some like sharp edges.
Yeah.
I feel like with this
Prickly.
one.
Like a little
Yeah.
cactus.
Yeah.
But
Different
it's
level
not
altogether.
like the heat. Oh, shit. You want to know what I did once?
What?
I went to China for Kung Fu Panda. And they sent me to Chengdu, which never in my life. If you showed me where Chengdu. I like it though.
Yeah.
It's like clearing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in Chengdu visiting the pandas, and it's the Szechuan place. It's Szechuan.
Mm-hmm.
So we went and had. This is really. This has heat.
Yeah.
Now I know where we're going.
Yeah.
Woo! And it's like that. It like keeps going.
Waves, right.
Yeah.
When you went to China, what was the culinary highlight?
I had a tofu dish there that I still think about,
Yeah, well, I always like, when I'm following you, that's what I kind of pay attention to. It's like, you had that like Tokyo trip where you were like having breakfast with sumo wrestlers.
Yes.
Like, Takazawa, doing like tasting menu
I
stuff.
loved Takazawa.
Yeah,
That was really special. You know what?
You like crush your food adventure.
I love food. Yeah, I mean, and I'm one of those that takes pictures of it. I sometimes I'm like, in another like life of mine, somewhere in my head, I am doing a food blog as well. I could just travel the world. I want to travel the world doing a food show. That would be the most fun ever.
Well, hey, let's talk after this.
Yeah,
all
we'll
right?
talk. The Cosmic Disco sounds like somewhere I've been before. Let's do this. Right away.
Yeah.
Right away.
Yeah. And it has kind of like a sweet barbecue thing, like a little bit up front, but
Yeah.
it hits so hard.
Yeah, not great.
Just a beat later, yeah. This
Not
actually,
really my favorite one.
remember when I told you about the throat scratch?
Yeah, thanks.
And you're like, oh,
This
is there
is
going to be a
it.
throat scratch? Like, this is
This
such a
is-
throat scratch.
This is what happens at this Cosmic Disco. That didn't happen at the one that I went to. Wow. It's called Karma Sauce.
Yeah.
Because it's funkin' hot.
Mm-hmm.
Or as Catherine Hahn would say, funkin' hot. Did you really eat that?
I did. I'm right along with you over here.
Woohoo!
I know.
Wow.
Mhm.
Oh my God. How fun. I'm gonna stay so positive. You're not even gonna know how that happens. Okay.
So we had your How to Lose a Guy in Fool's Gold co-star Matthew McConaughey on the show.
Oh,
You
how
talked
is he
through-
with this? Am I
Amazing.
beating him?
You are. You're doing. You're
I
beating
am?
him. You are
That's
beating
all I
him.
care about. I want to take Matthew down on this one. No, I bet he was great.
He talked about the hallmarks of a good romantic comedy. What to you distinguishes a good rom-com from a mediocre one?
An actually good story. I mean, let's start with that. Like, I think that sometimes people think rom-coms are all about that kind of the meet cute. Hold on. Let's have a conversation like this. I feel like it's like a great rom-com. It's about meeting love, discovering love, falling in love falling apart, and then how you come back together. That's a very traditional rom-com structure. The ones that we love are like two movie stars and a love story. And that, you know, that they're shiny and they're bright and they are, it's like wish fulfillment. And it's supposed to make you feel fuzzy. And then they stay with you forever. They're the most classic. But just because they're supposed to feel bright doesn't mean they need to look so bright. So, you know, a lot of times I think that, again, the genre gets kind of dumbed down because they think they know. And then the chemistry, you know. So I'm grateful that it was me and Matthew because he's a blast. I feel like I'm really winning at this description of rom-coms.
You did, yeah. That was like that's like an amazing. Yeah, it was actually like dissertation.
Oh, thank you.
And like
it's the class I'm gonna be at NYU Film School, and when I'm 75, I'll be the professor of rom-coms. To bomb beyond insanity.
And that's just kind of like immediately.
Wow.
That's a different level altogether.
I'm so sad. I've had 3 children. That's crazy.
Yeah. And then just be careful around the eyes, you know?
Yeah, don't touch.
Because you touched the eye, yeah.
What about my nose? Okay.
So we mentioned your beauty and wellness company, INBLOOM, in the intro. For the uninitiated like me, like, what are adaptogens and nootropics? Like, how would you even explain that to like a dummy like me?
Right now? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Does this ever end? Does it end?
It does, like,
Oh,
however
like
you're
immediately, like, oh.
you know, like, as bad as you're feeling right now, it's just gonna get easier from here. You know what I mean? Like, the worst is kind of over with every passing second.
Wow.
Yeah, you go up,
How do
you
I
go
look?
up. Amazing. Amazing.
It's just like, this is what I look like if we got in a fight. I'm like, it's okay.
Let's say I'm hosting this show in 25 years. Like, is there a way for me to do this show, but like, I want to look like Rob Lowe? You know what I mean? When I'm doing it.
Every man
That's what I'm
wants
saying.
to look
That's
like
what I'm saying.
Rob Lowe. Well, it depends on what you need and what you want.
Skin.
Beauty aura, collagen. We loaded it with vitamin C, and that helps the collagen absorb. The come down's interesting. It's like bad acid trip.
Yeah, you know
Not
what?
that
though?
I've ever had one, son. Okay. I'm going in. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, here it comes. But it's really nice.
Right, especially compared to the last one.
I feel like I can't feel anything anymore.
Yeah, you're not. It's just all scorched
Is
earth.
it just numb?
Numbed out, right.
Is it supposed to be getting worse?
You're good. You're good. Don't psych yourself out. Like, as you've survived, you're doing good.
I'm fucking killing it.
You're crushing it. I told you this whole time
I
you've
am
been crushing
shocked
it.
at myself.
I know you are. I know, but you should be very proud. You're so brave coming in here thinking
I
like
thought
you're
I was
just gonna
be
get.
the worst person in
That's
the
what
world.
you said. You all but guaranteed it to me, but here you are. Look at that. So on the Sibling Revelry podcast, you and your brother Oliver explore sibling bonds and family dynamics with other siblings. And I actually hired my brother Gavin to help out with the research on this show. Do you have any foundational advice on how to maintain a working relationship with a sibling?
Yeah, don't work with them. I honestly, just now that I've
Bared your
just
soul
like,
and born again.
feel like opened up. That has been one of the most rewarding working experiences I've ever had. And I wouldn't, just somehow regurgitated.
Just when you
bomb.
think, just
The
when
bomb
you think
just
when you're in the
regurgitated
spirit,
back into my throat.
and into your life.
Yeah. You think you know your sibling. Those times I have with Oliver, it's brought us so much closer. I also find it really hard when you're interviewing people and they don't have that sibling relationship. They have that fraught. They long to be close to their sibling. And even when they've had to heal it, or even when they've had to realize that it's not good for them and they can't be in that relationship, and they've had to heal that, they still write in and tell us how important it is for them to hear a good relationship with a sibling,
Love that.
Yeah. Oh, shit. What are you doing? This is yours. Where is this going? Are you pouring it on yours? The last dab.
The last dab.
Oh, this is going to be brutal. All right. The last dab. Is that too much?
No, that's good. That's good.
Okay.
That's good. That's good.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers, Kate.
Cheers. This has been an absolute pleasure and a blast knowing you. My last bite. My last meal.
What
has happened?
I'm amazed. I'm aghast. I'm humbled across the table. All right, Kate Hudson, we've reached the end. We are at the end. I promise it is all
What?
almost over. I know, look at you.
What just happened?
You're no selling the last dab.
Are you so proud of me right now? I can't
Look at that
believe
big
it.
smile.
I can't believe this.
Look at that smile.
I'm shocked at myself.
I'm not. I knew, when you said you couldn't,
I
who
do
was here
feel
to
this
say
in the
that you
back of
could
my
and that
tongue.
you would, right. And it does kind of, have that heat thing. But you know what? You've already eaten it. It's done. You've conquered the gauntlet. And just one more little hurdle before we roll credits on the show. So
There's
to
one
close
more.
things out, just a question.
no.
I'm not going to bring out
Okay.
any more wings.
Okay.
But I want to close with a quote that you said about one of your most iconic characters, Penny Lane from Almost Famous. You said, "I like characters who can cry and laugh at the same time." Can you unpackage what you meant by that while your brain and mouth slow roast in hot sauce?
You mean what I did? What I did on the show? What you just witnessed? It's like Life is Beautiful. It's one of my favorite movies. To be able to laugh through tragedy, find that life force in sadness. In Fool's Gold, there's the beginning when you see me in Fool's Gold, I'm crying, laughing in a mirror, and I'm kind of taking everything out, and I'm doing it, and I couldn't wait to do that scene. It was challenging. Those aren't easy things to do, and so that's fun as an actor when you get those opportunities.
Well, look at you, Kate Hudson. Walked in here, said I'm going to be the worst guest you've ever had on the show. Walk out, dab in the last wing, and taking a bow.
I'm
now
so
there's
happy.
nothing left to do
I
but
can't
roll out the
believe
red
it.
carpet for you. This camera, this camera, this camera. Let the people know what you have going on in your life.
Yes, I am. Listen, I hope you guys all saw The Glass Onion, A Knives Out Mystery in theaters this past weekend and week. But if you haven't, it's coming out on Netflix December 23rd. And I can't wait for you to see it because it's a total blast. Thank you. This is so much fun.
You did it.
I did it.
I can't believe it.
I can't. I knew you would.
This is the only thing I'm ever gonna have bragging rights about. This is it. This is it. I made it through. Can you believe it, honey? Whoa. Do you want to try the da bomb?
Hey, what's going on, Hot Ones fans? Thank you so much for watching today's episode, and I have an important announcement to all the mini Spice Lords out there and those of us who like to just dabble on the fringes of spicedom. Say hello to our newest flavor from Hot Ones Jr., it's the Red. The Red takes things up a notch with ghost pepper and red carrot. It brings a warming zing to all of your favorite foods. Try it on gooey mac and cheese this winter and thank me later. To get your hands on the Hot Ones Jr. family of sauces, visit heatness.com. That's heatness.com, heatness.com, red light, yellow light, green light. Go now.